Hello, my friends. Welcome once again to Faith Walk 101. We are so glad that you could join us. Oh, God does what He does according to His will. God does what He does according to His will. No one can stop Him. In Psalms 103 and verse 19, the Lord has established His throne in the heavens, and His supreme power and authority rules over all. This is a powerful lesson that we can learn from the beginning, and it still is true today. God is still on His throne. God is still ruling with His authority. But right now, the enemy is the God of this world, and he's blinded so many people. But in this lesson, we're going to talk about God's providence. God's providence, His support, His care, His supervision over all creation. So even in our rebellious resistance to God, to Him ruling over our lives, because we always think we know what's best, He is still in control. God is still on His throne. No one will take His power away from Him. No one can or will take His power. It's just not possible. God knows what's best. And He allows things to happen to wake us up. He wants to draw us into Him. God wants us to enjoy Him, to know Him, to have this relationship with Him. And His providence, His support, His care is going to make sure that everything that He says will come true. And it will. Trust me. Even with all these things that's happening all around us, many times we still fail to see, hear, or understand His message. That is, I got this. He's in control. Even though the enemy has blinded the eyes of those that live in this world to where we're following and we're walking blindly, but God is light, and His light is in believers, and now we see and we understand what is happening. Key word is His purpose. If you've been called according to His purpose, this is about God. It's not about us. And we have been called according to His purpose. And don't forget that. So we get so wrapped up in what we want, what we think is best, how we think things should be, when, where, and all according to me. But in these next few lessons, we're going to be talking about God's providence, how He allows things that we think are major inconveniences, trouble, difficulties, discomfort. What He does is protect us, guide us through His providence. But many times we refuse to hear Him. But there is someone in Genesis by the name of Joseph, that understands God's providence. In order to save his family and to get them moving, he had to go through a lot of tremendous troubles and difficulties. But in the end, what he says, what you meant for harm, God meant for good, because it was God's providence. Continue to join us on Faith Walk 101 as we talk more about how God protects us and cares for us, even when we a lot of times don't even know it.